Hello, Professor Amos. This is David Hand doing my teaching video. This is for a 3rd grade geography class, and I have my oldest son Ethan helping film, and he will be participating as my class and as my students, or student if I have specific questions. Okay, so class, we're going over geography again, and we have been going over geography. We've already covered a couple of continents, and we've been covering key categories for our continents, areas of interest that we want to know about them. So we've gone over this country. Which country is this, class?
Africa.
Africa. Okay, thank you. We've also gone over this one. And which country is this?
South America.
All right, and we are doing our review for this one. Which country is this again?
North America.
North America. Thank you, class. Okay, so with North America, we have certain biomes. Do you guys remember what biomes are? Thumbs up, thumbs down,
Thumbs up.
fist if you're not so too sure. Okay, biomes. If any of you get out your personal dictionaries, you guys might have that in there. I know a lot of you guys noted that in there. Biomes had to do with our habitat or our natural. What word was that? Terrain. Terrain. Okay, thank you. So, Ethan, what were some of the natural habitats, the biomes in North America? Can you list any of them?
Mountains.
No, not mountains. Perhaps desert?
The desert. Grassland.
Grasslands.
Maybe swampland.
Swampland. Okay. Okay. So I've listed those. I've listed 2 here that you guys did. Later, you guys are going to be working on your worksheet and your groups. And so I've got a couple here that I'll leave on the board. Professor Amos, I'm using these papers over here. Ethan, if you want to take a quick glance. We're pretending this is our board, that our papers, essentially. So we're improvising. Okay, go ahead and back up. Okay, so major cities. What are some major cities in North America? Ethan, do you recall any?
New York City.
New York City? That's right, that's correct. Are all the major cities only in the United States, class?
No.
No, that is correct. So there are, what are the countries in North America? Does anyone remember? Ethan, do you mind answering that?
Canada and Mexico.
So there's only 2 countries in the in North America?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other ones? So there's 2 countries in all of North America, right here. If we're looking at this again, and you guys have your maps in front of you, correct? Yes, everyone has their maps. So we've got, which country is this, class?
Canada.
Correct. Ethan, which country is this?
North America.
No, this country is called...
United States.
That's correct. This is the United States. Okay, and down below is...
Mexico.
Correct, which ends up connecting to South America. And this is, part of this is Central America. Okay, so, our major cities, they're important because... What's in a lot of big cities?
People.
People. So they're normally very populated. So what are some things you might have going on there in big cities in a lot of these countries?
Pollution.
Sometimes pollution, that's correct. We've talked about that in science. What are some other things that we might have in big cities? Perhaps jobs, a lot of industry, business, right? And that connects to our history curriculum, right? Okay, great, thank you. So you mentioned New York City. I'm going to notate that, because you guys are going to have to write a handful down. And which country is that in?
United States.
Okay, so USA. All right, so bodies of water, and we're talking about large bodies of water right now. We're not talking about lakes or rivers. What are... Ethan, you need to hold that still, probably. What are some of the large bodies of water that connect to North America? And if you guys want to glance at your maps that you have in front of you, go ahead and take a quick glance at that. What would be a large body of water, Ethan?
The Atlantic Ocean.
The Atlantic Ocean, correct. Okay, so Atlantic Ocean. And so you guys will list some of these when you're working with your partners as well, okay? What are some major rivers, perhaps, in the U.S.?
The Columbia River.
The Columbia River, okay. And does that run in a specific country or multiple countries? Because some rivers would they go in more than one country? Which country is that one running?
United States.
United States, okay. Alright. And what about major lakes? Do you guys remember what a lake might consist of, right?
Water.
It's a water, correct. But it's... Who remembers that? Can I get a thumbs up for those that remember? Ethan, you need to hold it still. Thumbs down if you don't remember. Okay. So, a lake is a body of water that is surrounded by land. So, one lake would be perhaps the... Pause. Go ahead. No, keep going. Okay, you guys don't remember. All right. So one of them might be the Great Lakes. And the Great Lakes are connected in both Canada and the United States. Okay, so I'm going to notate the Great Lakes. All right. So one of our last things that we've been asking about geography is what are some of the geological features in the United States?
Mountains and...
Mountains. That's one. So when we have mountains, what I want you guys to do is list specific mountains when you guys are working on your worksheet. So what are some mountains that exist in North America?
Mount Rainier.
Okay.
Mount St. Helens.
Are those mountains or are they volcanoes perhaps?
Oh.
Like Mount Rainier is technically kind of, isn't that like a volcanic glacier? That is this mountain? It's true, but we're looking for big terrains of mountains, like the Cascades, the Rockies. Those would be a big terrain of mountains. Okay, so you're going to list those. I want you guys to work in your groups, and you guys will work on your worksheet. And this is for Strategy 86. Professor Amos, class, do you guys have any questions before you begin working on your worksheets in your groups? No? All right, thank you. And thank you, Professor Amos.